right. Hello, Kelsey, and thank you for joining us today. Um, the purpose of this meeting today is to get you to help our clients get a deeper understanding of some of the challenges that AccountLogik is helping CIS communities
Mhm.
in schools of Memphis to overcome, and also to collect positive feedback that we're going to use for marketing and to collect feedback that we can use for our offer. So I'm basically going to be asking you a couple of questions, and just feel free to answer, to the best of your ability.
Okay.
So first question would be, can you tell us a little bit about about CIS of Memphis
Mhm.
and what the organization does, and also your role within the organization?
Sure. So, Communities and Schools of Memphis, or CIS of Memphis, we're a local dropout prevention program. That's the core of who we are. But we essentially go into schools and provide services and supports to students to keep them on track to graduate. We also have other pillars of the work that help with this. So, we have college and career readiness that prepares high schoolers for work, military, or school after they graduate. We also have care coordination supports where we help families with school age children with any needs that they may have to kind of put them on track for success and whatever success looks like for them. And a newly added thing that we have to our program is youth homelessness. So we have a major youth homelessness problem in the city. So we try to find those youth and help them to get housed and to have a better life. The role that I play here at the organization, I am the director of operations and finance. So I handle all things administration as well as the fiscal health of the organization.
Fantastic. Thank you for that intro. And before AccountLogik came on board or started working with you, can you tell us some of the things in the areas of finance and accounting that you were doing before AccountLogik came on board? Um, think about along the lines of what were some of the problems that you were trying to solve? What were some of the things that you were trying? What were some of the frustrations that you had around accounting and finance before AccountLogik came on board?
Yes. So, just for a little background, I've been in this role for it'll be 2 years this year. So, when I first moved into this role, we had a major leadership transition at the organization. And so, essentially, the finances were just handed off. By trade, I do not have a finance background. I do have nonprofit operations background, but finance was that small piece that I just needed some support in. Essentially, I needed a CFO, if you will, to help me to manage the fiscal health of the organization. So there was a huge gap that we had that I was, charged with figuring out. So we tried to do some online bookkeeping things. In the world of technology, there's so many options available. That didn't work out. They just didn't provide that timeliness and that face-to-face interaction that I desired. And also, we needed someone who understood nonprofit finance. We get a lot of donations. We have to manage different services that we provide to the schools with the accounts receivables. And just the day-to-day bookkeeping, my hands were tied and I needed support. So, those were some of the frustrations, just having time to do the books, knowing the proper accounting principles in order to make sure that they were in alignment with national policies and procedures that we have with our national organization. So I needed someone with that expertise, that knowledge that I really didn't have at the time.
Perfect, perfect. Okay. And then since you brought us on board, AccountLogik on board, what do you think what would you say the impact of working with us has been? Maybe you can talk about some of the results that we've helped you achieve. If there's any areas of your business or your organization or your life, your work life that has improved because of working with us.
Yes, so I would say the books are cleaner, so they're no longer in disarray, if you will. We've been able to close them faster, on a month-to-month basis, making sure that our actuals are accurate as we're reporting out to donors, our board, and our CEO as she's working on development. We've been able to strengthen relationships with partners because we're able to get them the finances in a timely fashion. And also it has helped me personally just to strengthen my own finance acumen. Just working alongside you, I've learned so much, more than I ever thought I could, because of that frequent face-to-face interaction that we have. And this virtual aspect, it's been a true help to the organization.
Great, great. Well, that's fantastic, and we're happy to be in a position to be able to help you as much as we do. And if you don't mind me, I'll just ask you a few more questions, and we'll be done. So the next one I'd like to ask would be just describe, describe working with us. In what are some of the areas you think you get the most value, and why do you think that is?
I think what's been key to me is response time. So being very punctual. We have frequent board meetings and finance committee meetings. And sometimes my CEO has questions that I'm just not comfortable with, just answering off the bat. And so just having you as a support right away to answer those questions. Our audits, that has been a huge win for providing support. And then also just your overall knowledge, helping me to think through how I present the financials or different angles, or if something pops up, being able to inform me on that so that I can make the right decisions for the organization has been extremely helpful.
Great, great. That's what we want to hear. And then the last question would be, how likely are you to recommend our services, or why should someone who's listening to this act right now?
I would, if I had to rate it 1 to 10, definitely a 10. And for those who are in operations, and especially in the nonprofit space, and you wear so many hats, you can't do it all. So you need someone that you can trust to work alongside you to really provide that support. So if you're in need of an extra set of hands or a virtual CFO, this is the way to go for sure.
Great, great, great. Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much for your time today. We really are honored, and we really are happy to serve you and serve CISM, and we look forward to continued success in the future. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you.